Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to more Vampyr. In the last episode, we turned into a private investigator for Lady Ashbury. We fought some bosses, got our ass handed to us 1 or 2 or 3 times. Had a whole lot of fun, learned more about this awesome game. Did a whole lot of other things that I can't mention or won't or can't remember. But it was just awesome to just run around this game, man. We're just gonna jump in where we left off last time. I have not touched the game since the last time I played along with you guys, so I'm hoping you guys are still with me and we're still in and on it and running around and enjoying this game with me. This episode's gonna contain a whole ton of cut editing because I'm just gonna run around. I'm gonna be working through the causes and effects storyline, gonna be getting to know some of the characters around Whitechapel, getting to know them a little bit, and just doing the investigations and getting to know the people a little more, because in between my last recording session and this one thing that I have done is I've watched several tip and trick videos, and I found out that actually basically every night, it's at the end of every night, your health status is going to change. It's going to go up or down depending on what you do. So that's basically how your storyline progresses. It's almost like the turns in a turn-based game. So every time you go to bed, you on rest to upgrade. You're also going to find yourself in a situation where the game actually it goes through to your next day. So yeah, it's something I want to look at, and I also got the idea to check for that hacksaw, because apparently the used hacksaw can be upgraded to the 5th level and is possibly one of the strongest weapons that you can actually have with you. So what I do want to do with that is I want to change the main hand weapon. Ooh, it does take a lot of stamina, but we can upgrade it as far as I know. Sorry guys. Alright, sorry about that. I just took the time, upgraded the hacksaw to level 2, and again I'm gonna be really just playing around here a little bit.
I cannot enter.
Going to visit Dr. Swansea, gonna talk to him about the causes and effects, the new mission, and then it's gonna be a whole lot of cutting around, me just getting to know the citizens a little. So, Dr. Swansea, a word please, sir.
Evening, Edgar. Could I get your professional opinion?
Please speak, but I have something important to tell you.
This strain of flu, it's very different from the one I saw in Europe. It's downright peculiar.
Really? What makes you say that?
I've just looked at the blood of one of our recently deceased.
I see. Do you have anything more to go on?
This disease spreads and looks like the Spanish flu, but its effects differ greatly. The London strain is different from the continental one.
This is very interesting. Did you find something else?
Yes. Unlike the flu, the infected begin to show an increase in outwardly aggressive behavior. More than simple agitation. Once docile people become violent.
You mean like rabies? Is there a chance we could create a vaccine, Jonathan, like Pasteur? By the stole, that would be smashing.
There's a lot we're not seeing here, but it is spreading, and quickly. If we don't act, the whole city could be lost.
But Jonathan, we've a fantastic opportunity sitting right here in front of us. A weapon of choice.
What on earth do you mean?
Why, you, my dear boy. With your expertise and your blood, we could isolate the properties that course through your veins. Think about the possibilities.
And why not? What did Stoker say about the Children of the Night? Well, using my blood, I could create a whole army of vampires.
Surely you're joking.
Yes, I am.
We'll discuss this more later. Thank you for your time.
No, thank you, Jonathan. But as
I'm sorry, I couldn't
needed
help
to
it.
talk to you. I have some rather bad news.
Yes?
I'm afraid it's your sister.
My sister.
She's to be buried this evening at Whitechapel Cemetery. Your mother published the obituary this morning.
I see.
I'm sorry, Jonathan. Please accept my condolences.
Ooh. Yeah, so Dr. Swansea doesn't know that Jonathan was the one who killed her. Or so it would appear. Again, this is going to be a lot of cut editing. I'm going to cut in and out of me doing some stuff. Because, yeah, there's a lot of stuff that can be done. A lot of stuff that I want to do by the end of this night. So, please bear with me as I cut in and out of me having conversations with folks. Apparently stalking them and doing some real interesting stuff in this game, but I'll share it with you guys as we go forward, because it's gonna be awesome, man. I'm actually just looking forward to basically reaching deeper into the story.
Never could keep anything from her. I will not let you down, my boy.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. May I help you?
I don't know if a third opinion is needed. Your colleagues are already arguing about my condition.
I see. Would you mind telling me more about your situation?
I'm Harvey Fiddick. All I want is to get me bloody arm fixed properly.
Tell me about yourself, Mr. Fiddick.
I'm just a regular guy waiting to get his arm fixed, so I can return to work and to my family.
I was more curious about what you were doing before being hospitalized.
I'm a carpenter, and a good one too. But that means I need both arms to feed my family, Dr. Reed.
Tell me about the doctors who are arguing about your case.
Strickland and Aykroyd. They both want the best for me, but there's a lot of pride there. Doctors are no different from carpenters, it seems.
What do you mean?
I often had professional arguments with rivals on a building site. Difference is I disagreed about wooden nails, not flesh and bones.
Are you satisfied with your treatment here?
Well, it's clear that I've chosen a bad time to be injured. Forgive my bluntness, but you seem overwhelmed by cases of the flu.
I won't lie to you about it. I'm afraid we are.
Are you sure you don't want to operate yourself, Dr. Reed? I have the feeling you're very capable. And your colleagues seem to think so too.
In other circumstances, you would be right. But for now, I don't think I can take on the responsibility. My apologies. Tell me about your injury, Harvey. Why do you feel so guilty about it?
My wife died because of me. And now I may lose everything because I've been careless enough to hurt myself. What an arsehole.
How could your job be responsible for your wife's death?
I was working a double. She went out to bring me a hot meal and got caught in a German bomb raid.
You can't hold yourself responsible for your injury, Mr. Fiddick. Unless you tried to hurt yourself.
Of course I didn't hurt myself. But I can't work until my arm is fixed. My children need to eat, Doctor.
Tell me more about the death of your wife, Harvey.
1915. I was in the army. Building workshops for the Royal Flying Corps. Helen was happy I wasn't sent to the front.
What happened?
The Germans sent Zeppelins to bomb the construction site, but they missed their target. My wife was bringing my dinner when the bombs fell.
I'm sorry for your loss. So many died during the bombings. I served in France and witnessed the carnage there.
I would like to say that she didn't suffer. Truth is, I have no idea. I just know that I'm all that me kids have. Poor little bleeders.
How are your children after losing their mother?
They were smaller then. The only good thing about this is my Helen didn't bring them with her that night.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Fiddick. I'll see you later.
You always knew the words to calm the children, Helen. As for me, what a blundering...
So, it doesn't seem like I've done much on the surface, but I've actually been recording for like almost 2 hours. If you go to the map, it doesn't seem like much, not at all. In fact, there's a couple of things that popped up, you know, a few side quests that I'm working on, that I can still work on. But one of the major things that I have done is I've cured basically all of the diseases that I've found. You know, the guys who are ill, who have fatigue and stuff like that, have all been cured. So that's at least a good thing. I've used up all my medical supplies, practically. But I've done a good thing, I think. So what I'm gonna do now is just gonna run through to the cemetery and yeah, gonna go and attend Mary's funeral, because attending your dead sister's funeral is kind of part of the deal, you know, even as a vampire. But I have like a seriously bad feeling about this, like seriously. Perhaps. Well, I should top up. Ooh. Alright, let's do it. I've almost forgotten how to dodge. They tell me, the bite abilities are better, so getting a stake is actually a smart idea. It's not something that I necessarily agree with. Because, I mean, to me, I like this weapon because it gets blood without me having to go fight, but they say the bite is a good thing. So I mean, I think it's up to you, you know, how you play the game. Bottle of alcohol. Of course, if you can manage to sneak up on someone, you can't actually stun them. Bite them, which adds a lot of their health. Why is there always two of them? I don't get that. No, there's always 2 to 3 of these guys, you know, in the same area. Always together. That seriously, that charge attack of his seriously hurts. Goodness gracious. Okay, don't let him charge you. Not good. Not good to let him charge you. Dodge. As always, guys, I'm cutting in and out of the combat simply because it takes time, and it really takes up a lot of time, the combat. So I try to judge.
My dear sister, I don't know if I have the strength.
I just try to judge what's important. You know, what you really need to see, and what not. Yeah, they tell me if you
What do you want?
actually start this, you have to finish it. If you don't save one of these distressed folks, you know, if you hear them but you don't help them, then they will actually die and you will lose whatever mission came along with them. So, very, 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 very important to actually go through and... Ow! You asshole! I hope you die.
What do you want? Somebody help! What do you want?
I think it gives her quite a clue as to who I am, or what I am, when I dodge demonic things by turning into a vampire.
What do you want?
I still have that ultimate that I haven't even tested yet.
Are you all right, miss?
I don't know. Who were those people? They wanted to kill me. Why?
They've lost their minds in the epidemic. They won't come back for now.
You seem to know a lot about them, sir.
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'm investigating this disease.
I am Xiaoxun. Thank you so much for helping me, Mr. Reed. I must go to the cemetery now. Goodbye.
Alright, sorry about that, guys. Just trying to find my way. I don't want to go through the scowls. Can't I just avoid them? Apparently not. Apparently the entire frickin' cemetery is full of them. Here, take some of this. And the moment you attack one, the others hear about it, and then they decide, hey, let's join in. This should be fun. Okay, I think I got around him. Let me gather up the blood. If I can use it. Missed. Oh, now I'm dealing with 4. Brilliant. That did not affect a single one of them. Can you believe that? The Scowls are not dangerous one-on-one. They're dangerous in groups, so careful with that. Take note of that. Don't have any blood. Don't have any blood. Huh. Okay. See? Told you that knife is a good thing. Alrighty, yo. Defeated them. Managed it. Holy hell. Eventually dealt with 5 Scowls at the same time. Yeah. Sorry, I have to do that at least once every recording, just because it really freaks Jonathan out to have to devour little rats in order to advance his own life. I'm just basically consistently activating my vampire vision, because you never know what's gonna wait for you around the next corner in this game, you know? So,
Since I can't reveal myself to my mother now, I must find a discreet spot to attend the ceremony.
there we go.
I am the resurrection and the life. He that believeth in me, though he were dead, yet shall he live. And whosoever liveth and believeth in me shall never die. We commend unto thy hands of mercy, most merciful Father, the soul of our sister departed, and we commit her body to the ground. Earth to earth, ashes to ashes, dust to dust.
Only noticed now that my mic wasn't really working
Why
properly.
kill my Mary and stick her here in this cold, god-awful place?
These are the legal requirements for the epidemic, madam.
Oh, Avery, I feel so tired. Please take me home.
Yes, madam.
I wonder if there will come a time when he actually reveals himself to his mother. I want to be a fly on the wall in that conversation.
Oh, Mary. What have I done? If I could only change one thing. One thing. This is a nightmare.
Jonathan, there is nothing you can do. but accept it.
What brings you here?
I thought you could use the company. I am so sorry for your loss, Jonathan.
She was a good person. Vibrant, full of life. She was kindness incarnate, my Mary.
You're a good person, Jonathan. And a young Ekon. A newborn cast into the night without so much as a candle to guide your way.
She had been scouring the most dangerous parts of London in search of me. And it led to her death.
Jonathan, don't.
I still hear her last thoughts. They echo in my head. Her mind shattered, and it haunts me.
Jonathan, stop. Listen carefully. You must come to terms with this. You must learn to live with what happened.
How is it possible? Tell me. Is it so easy to take a life every night, and then just smile and nod at those you spared?
Don't you see? You're doing the work of our enemies, feeding your remorse. We are weakest when we grieve, and the guilt blurs our senses.
And so this is why you're here. To warn me. You've felt this pain yourself. You too have endured this.
I don't want to lose you, Jonathan. I've lost so many friends. Loved ones I cherished. Pray for Mary's forgiveness, if you must.
You may be right.
Of course. I've stared upon this world for centuries, and time has taught me to deal with guilt, if not erase it.
What should I do then?
St. Mary's Church is not far from here. Go there and make your peace. Find the solace you need.
My lady wants me to confess.
No, Jonathan. It's you who wants to confess, I think.
Well, that was a waste of blood. Sorry, guys. I don't know, man. I kind of feel where Jonathan is coming from. You know, this is... It's not easy. It's not nice. It's not good. You know, it's... Alright, so Jonathan's been owned 19 times up until now. I'm trying to avoid those scowls, but I had to go through a proven brawler and a gunner, which they weren't too hard to deal with. I mean, it's not the end of the world to deal with the brawlers, but
and off to church he goes,
Oh,
a newborn
right.
seeking divine consent to lick the blood from the soft and pointy crown.
Who are you? Make yourself known.
Newborn, you reek of guilt and pointless compassion. Shed your skin, forget your old weaker self.
What do you want from me?
what?
Ascalon does not approve of lone wolves who bring unwanted eyes to our pastures.
So your name is Ascalon.
Ascalon's will is vampire law. Learn them, abide by them, or I shall return as your judge and jury.
Holy crap. That dude is humongous.
These immortals try my patience with their plans and unsolicited counsel.
if you look ahead, you'll see one of my great enemies fighting off some skulls. This is Reverend Cain. He's a level 16 boss, and one of the toughest ones you'll face because he has a crucifix, which makes him extremely, extremely tough. He is one of the toughest bosses in this game. So, yeah. Don't really want to face up to him if I don't have to. No? I will face 100 rogue skulls. Hey, you! I really need to upgrade Jonathan's bite. It's got a weak bite. That's a joke. I mean, if I can avoid Reverend Cain still, I'm going to. I mean, my ultimate power is like really strong, but I don't think it's gonna affect him. Not even the Shadow Mist at level 2 is gonna have an effect on him. So I think what I'm going to do is see if I can work around him. If I can't, I have to go through it. That's the only way, you know. That's the way this game works. You don't go through them, you go around them. If you can't go around them, you will have to go through them. But are those rogues? Yeah, those are rogues. I can handle a couple of rogue skulls. They're fine. Right, so pair of rogue skulls timeously dealt with. And gonna see if I can stroll around him.
This is not the place for you, sir.
Don't want to deal with that? Maybe. Hold on. If I can get him... Hi! To attack me, I can run here.
Die, vermin!
Ladies and gentlemen, this is how you deal with people. I'm voting for the vampire who is standing far, far away from them.
Murdering bastard!
Alright guys, this corner seems safe. this is gonna be the place where I end this video. Thank you guys so much for joining me on this journey around Vampyr. I hope you guys will join me in the next one, and as we continue on this story, I'll most likely be close to St. Mary's Church next time, so yay, I'm gonna play on a little bit. Thank you guys so much for any and all support you drop on this episode and on this entire series. I really appreciate all you guys just joining me and helping out and supporting this. As always, whatever you do, stay safe, keep safe out there, don't make any messes, and make sure whatever you do that you have fun and you stay classy. And then I'll see you guys next time.